Daniel O'Donnell. He's just celebrated his 60th birthday, and I'll be asking him what his Catholic faith has meant to him over the decades. Fulcha, welcome to Songs of Praise. Final programme of our 60th anniversary year, we celebrate that one of Songs of Praise's best-loved musical talents is also turning 60. Daniel takes me to a place he has visited many times that has helped strengthen his faith.
You're kind of vulnerable all the time that you're here, and I think that vulnerability, it kind of disarms you.
And I meet Daniel's wife, Magella, to find out how getting married challenged their faith.
I just didn't think that there was any chance of a romance because I knew that Daniel's faith was very strong.
Daniel O'Donnell.
Daniel O'Donnell is a national treasure. He first stepped onto the stage in 1982 at the age of 20 and is now adored by millions of loyal fans. And in 2002, he was awarded an honorary MBE for his services to the music industry. Daniel holds the UK record of being the only artist to have at least one album in the charts every year for 32 consecutive years. But it was here at St Mary's Church in Kincastle in County Donegal where he first began singing. This is where he came every Sunday for Mass with his family. We'll hear Daniel singing later. He's personally chosen all the hymns in today's programme, and the first one Daniel's picked is How Great Thou Art. Daniel, it's so lovely to finally meet you. I come in such a special place to you, St Mary's.
Yes, this chapel here, I mean, everything is in my life. I was baptised here, confirmed here, got married here. The Irish for church is Cha Phobal, and that's the house of the community. Phobal is community. And I suppose I was lucky in the fact that I always got to sing here at Mass in the choir from a very young age. I'm lucky that the choir that's here always lets me come back and sing a solo at Christmas.
But of course last Christmas was very different.
Yes, there was no people here, but the mass went out online, and Father Pat called me and asked if I would be able to come and sing, and I was absolutely thrilled because I really didn't think that would happen, you know, and there was only us, but it was just lovely to get to do it. So, like, people from here, even that were living all over the world, were able to be part of the Mass that they grew up with, so that maybe their mother was watching it here in the village and they might have been watching in Sydney, and we were doing it at the same time. It was very, very special.
You travel all over the world, Daniel, but what does it feel like when you walk back through those doors in your home parish?
Well, it's like you've never been away, number one, but you do get that feeling of the community feel. And you know, like, my mother always sat over in that corner, and God forbid anybody would take the seat. And even now, although people sit in different seats, there are certain people who will always be in the place that you expect them, and if they're not, then you're wondering, are they sick? So, as well as it being a house of prayer, it's filled with people that means an awful lot to the community, you know, and I think that's what the church should be.
Now, very happily, we're going to hear you sing next, Daniel. What have you chosen for us?
Well, I've chosen Silent Night. Every Christmas here, we finish the Mass. When the Mass is over, the last hymn is Silent Night. And I always get to sing a part of it as a solo. We sing a verse in Irish, and it's just so special. Just to hear it ringing out through the chapel.
Derg is a lake with a difference in County Donegal, just 50 miles from where Daniel grew up. Right in the middle of it is the Sanctuary of St. Patrick, a place of Christian pilgrimage since the 5th century. It's a place that Daniel visited many times as a teenager, and it helped him develop his faith. So he's brought me over for a visit. Daniel, what is so special about Loch Derg to you?
I feel it was 1979 I first came here. I came then to pray for, I suppose, help or guidance. And I think that when you come to Loch Derg, you come in and you take your shoes off. That's the first thing you do. You're kind of vulnerable all the time that you're here. And I think that vulnerability, it kind of disarms you, and the fact that you can't hold in whatever's bothering you. The first day you get here, you're fasting. You can drink water. That's obviously to keep you hydrated anytime. And then while you're here, you get one meal. Now,
and when you say meal,
get excited about the meal. The meal is just black tea or coffee and toast, dry toast. It's really just to sustain you. And then on the day that you arrive, from 10 o'clock that night until 10 o'clock the next night, you're on vigil. You don't sleep. A big part of the pilgrimage is the physical part, and these are the beds. These are named after different saints. So you walk around 3 times saying the prayer here.
Yes.
And then you kneel somewhere here.
Right.
You know.
All 3 times?
Yeah.
For both of us?
Yeah. Well, 3 times on the walking, and then you say the prayers, and then you get up and you kiss the cross. This is an important part of it, you know. And then there's a period when you stand at the water's edge, and there's a tranquility about that. When I think about Loch Derg, think about walking around here and the difficulty of it, but the physical part of it is as important as the praying, I feel.
In terms of your faith, how do you think it's played into how you walk through your faith?
Life is very busy. When you go off the island, it's, back to that again. But when you're in here, there's no difference in here. Everybody has the shoes off. Everybody's walking around the chapel or them beds. They're getting the 1 meal a day. They're up 24 hours. So it doesn't matter what you have off the island, who you are, what you've achieved in the eyes of the world, in the eyes of Loch Derg. Everyone is on the same level.
So tell me, what hymn have you picked for us next?
This hymn is called I Watch the Sunrise. I love the hymn. I've recorded it. I've sung it many times. And when I think here about Loch Derg, the sunrise after the vigil, it kind of gives you the hope that you are getting through it.
Marriage is a sacred Christian rite of passage. Daniel was 40 before he found Magella, the person he wanted to make his wife. But their union proved to be a test of Daniel's devout Catholic faith. I caught up with them at home. It's so lovely to meet you, Magella.
Thank you very much.
To give us your time. And just to see you two together is a beautiful thing. You're obviously such a close couple. How did you both meet?
We met in Tenerife in a pub. At the time, my parents lived over there and they had a bar restaurant. And then Daniel actually knew my mum and dad before I knew him. So he used to pop into the bar and say hello to them and, you know, maybe sing a song every now and then. But I was divorced, you see, with 2 children. I just didn't think that there was any chance of a romance because I knew that Daniel's faith was very strong and divorced, you know, woman. I just didn't think it was on the cards. So I was very pleasantly surprised when I realised that it was.
No, we did break up after meeting, you know. I did think it was going to be it was going to be difficult, you know, just the whole thing, not being able to get married in the church at the time as I thought. But Magella and her husband had applied for an annulment. But even before that, I decided that, you know, if God sends you somebody, he doesn't send it for the wrong reason. We were going ahead, you know, and then we were able to get married in the church eventually.
And how important was it for you to be both married in a church?
On our invitation, we put on it that we would really like the people to come to the ceremony. If, you know, because sometimes people
don't come to the
just
church,
go to
they
the
just go to the
reception,
party.
you know.
We said
And
it's
we
more
said-
important for us for you to be at the ceremony. When I got married first time, I intended that marriage to be for life. What I said I meant, and it didn't work out for various reasons. So for me it was important that I was able to do this in the eyes of God again.
Magella had said to me before that she would like me to sing You By My Side, the wedding song. And I said, I'm not singing on, you know, on my own day.
And I was saying, but just so nice if you sang a song. He said, Magella, my wedding day, it's the one day. And I thought, oh, I suppose that's a fair point, you know. I didn't know him as well as I do now. Now I would know there's no way he won't sing. And then as communion was taking place, people were coming up. He just turned to me and he said, I have to go to the toilet. And I was like, are you kidding me? You should go to the toilet. I said, no, yeah, you have to go. I said, right. I said, go, you should better hurry on. So off he went. So I'm sitting there on the 2 chairs, you know, and then communion finished and then murmurs started and people started kind of giggling, and the next thing, by my side, that's how I see. And I looked back and I saw him and I roared crying. It just meant so much to me, and to hear him singing it, it's a real shock, but it was fabulous, really nice.
Now I think we need to hear more from you, Daniel. What piece of music have you chosen next?
Well, this song is one that we just recorded, and I heard it a couple of years ago on a funeral mass online, and I loved it, and I just wanted to record it, so it's called I Will Pray For You. As you find your way through this life you make, I hope you live each day for all it's worth. Go where your heart leads and dream your biggest dreams. All of these things I will pray for you. I will pray for you through every darkness, through every night. This road ahead of you, I cannot carry you, but I can promise And all that heaven holds, I hope you always know I will pray for you. I will pray for you. I will pray for you. Through every argument, through every night, this road ahead of you. I cannot carry you, but I can promise I will pray for you. But I can promise I will pray for you.
Through the decades, Daniel has been an important influence not just on the Christian music scene, but also on some of the Songs of Praise family. Well, Daniel, we couldn't let the birthday pass without a few messages from your very special friends. So,
lovely.
shall we have a wee look?
I'd love to.
Hello, Daniel. How lovely to be greeting you through Songs of Praise like this, because I can remember the many occasions when you were on the programme where we always said if you were in the lineup, we'd have 1 million extra viewers. And that's because our audience took you to their hearts. Not just because you're a great singer, but I reckon it was more to do with the way in which you shared very naturally, very personally, your Christian faith with all of us. And it's wonderful that you're celebrating your big 60 birthday just as we're doing the same with ours. So happy birthday, Daniel.
Oh, that's so nice of her.
Let's see who we've got next.
Hello, Daniel. It's Leslie Garrett here. Long time no see. Seriously, I have such amazing memories of when we last worked together, which was in 2002, I think. We did The Big Sing from Belfast, and that programme had a huge effect on me. I was so blown away by your conviction and your steadfast faith that you inspired me to actually make more effort to find my own faith journey. And I've been on that journey for some time now, and the last programme I made for Songs of Praise, I really felt I'd come to the most wonderful, happy place. So thank you. I owe you a huge, huge debt of thanks for helping me to get started with that. Happy birthday, darling.
That's
Bye.
lovely. My goodness.
Isn't that lovely? I've got
That is
goosebumps.
just
I don't know
lovely.
about you.
That's incredible.
Yeah, there you go.
My
You see
word.
the effect you have, Daniel?
And she's so lovely.
Yeah.
She's such a lovely... God, that's incredible.
Would you like to see some more?
If there is more.
So they tell me that the unofficial patron saint of Ireland is celebrating a birthday and a 60th. Surely that's not Daniel O'Donnell. You don't look a day over 21. I really look forward to the day where we can sing together. You've been avoiding me for years. Don't think I don't know. Happy birthday, Daniel.
Oh, that's lovely.
I think we have another one.
Hi there, Daniel. I hear that you are on Songs of Praise, and I just wanted to wish both of you, the Songs of Praise and you as well, a fantastic, successful, a very happy 60th year. And Daniel, I want to say this. I so appreciated the friendship that you gave me and your gorgeous wife, Magella. You and many of my friends supported me in the worst hours of my life, and you were always there for me. And the other thing I find joy in is that we have the same faith. We know where our gifts come from. We know where real, true love comes from. And we know how we are sustained and why we are sustained and have reached where we've reached. So I wish you all a fabulous, fabulous time. And I look forward, Daniel, to seeing you very, very soon. Please give Magella a huge hug for me.
We just love Cliff. You know, he's been really a great friend to us. And, you know, we cherish the times we get to spend with him. All of them I have met at different periods. You know, when Leslie talked about that show in Belfast, it's amazing when you think that something can make a difference. It just shows you that the smallest thing from you can be the biggest thing to somebody else.
So true.
You know, so never underestimate what you're doing today, because it can make a difference for somebody else's tomorrow.
Now, obviously, the next piece of music has to be one of yours. What have you picked for us?
Well, recently, I mean, I've been on Songs of Praise so many times, I should really know how many, but countless number of times, which I'm very grateful for, and I always enjoy taking part in the show. But one of the most recent one was in St. Paul's Cathedral. It was during lockdown, so that was even an added thing, because we had travelled so little, and to go and do something was incredible. But to sing in St. Paul's was magnificent. Remember me whenever you are blue. Remember me when there's no one holding you. Anytime you feel like you can't make it through, remember me, and I will be with you. Every night and every day, I'll be by your side. Just reach out and take my hand, and I will be your guide. Anytime you feel like you can't make it through, remember me, and I will be with you. Every night and every day, I'll be by your side. Just reach out and take my hand, and I will be your guide. And anytime you feel like, oh, you can't make it through, remember me, and I will be with you. Remember me, and I will be with you.
Next week, Reverend Kate Botley gets her trainers on in Leeds to explore the theme of faith and fitness. And Radzi Chinanganya meets Christian Paralympian gold medalist Kadina Cox. And to end this special episode, Daniel will lead us all in a prayer that he has personally chosen this Christmas time.
Angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom God's love commits me here, ever this day be at my side, to light and guard, to rule and guide. Amen.
Well, it has been just a joy to meet Daniel, spend time with him and explore his deep faith, which has clearly sustained him over the years. Here he is one last time to introduce the final piece of music he's chosen for us.
I love the first Noel, and we sing it every year here at our Christmas service, and it's very, very special, and no matter where I am and I think about it, it brings me back to this time of year. Lán lreland agus bliain uair White Thief, and that means goodbye to you all and have a happy new year.